Alright guys,
Yo, Paul, you're winning in this one. No, Paul, you're winning in this one. No, Paul, you're winning in this one. Yo, Paul, you're winning this one.
What up, chat? What up, chat? What up, chat? What up, chat? What up? What up, chat? Leo nimeamka mapema bana. Msijali, niliwaambia lazima tu lock in. After we lock in, tuna lock in. After we lock in, tuna lock in. You know what I'm saying? 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 The Drake albums are made. Let's get it out of the way up. Size. Can't enjoy you part. Sawa. Alright? They made ass albums. Made ass albums. The made ass albums.
This is my
Now, what have you been making assume for the longest time? At this point, the bass isn't dreamy, you're not me. I'll be pushed to no diff. Being pushed to no diff. Jet. Raymond Kahuma. Si mnajua Raymond Kahuma. Kama hujui Raymond Kahuma. Bebe. Msinisumbua. Kuna video nimetaka kuona for the longest time. Sasa nimekuwa tu nikiassume tangu itoke. Sawa. Raymond Kahuma. I should use this screen. I like this screen better. Yes. Raymond Kahuma. Sasa si mnamjua? He's mu Uganda, anataka kutupikia chapo ya 1800. Chapo big for no reason. For absolute no reason. Lakini the world record attempt. So, we're gonna hear him out.
This is my second attempt at making the world's largest chapati or roti ever made in history to break the Guinness World Record right here in Kenya. To make this giant chapati, we've had to build 2 massive frying pans, another giant cooking stove, and mix 300 kilograms of dough. So you should watch till the end of this video to see how we plan to flip the giant chapati in the middle of this massive truss structure, as well as how we plan to measure the weight of a 200 kilogram chapati. And finally, if we manage to break the Guinness World Record for the world's largest chapati, this video is sponsored by Odoo. Now, the last time I tried to make a giant chapati, we...
Hold up. Why? Just because he loves chapati ama shida ni gani? Sijaelewa motivation huyu jamaa. I need to look out for interviews where he's in. Aniambie mbona anataka kufanya world record attempt ya chapo. Na mbona chapo ni kubwa? Alafu flipping mechanism. The logistics that went into this, I'm pretty sure alikuwa na sponsors wengi bana. The logistics. The reason, I have no idea. That's absolutely no reason. Maybe there's a reason, maybe there's not. I need to know the integrations.
had some major issues that made it extremely hard to cook and flip it. So ultimately, that chapati burned, and so did the 1.1 million Kenya shillings that we spent on it. Now in that video, I asked
1.1 million shillings for a single chapati world record attempt. Kwani nani alikuwa analipwa? What? 1.1 million, I need to see that. 1.1 million here inatumika wapi na wapi na wapi na wapi na wapi? 1.1 million. That's crazy.
you guys if anyone would like to help me come up with a smart idea to help me cook this giant chapati. And out of hundreds of submissions, which I'm very thankful to,
What was the idea here? Kujaribu kuiflip alikuwa nadhani imeshikana. Extraction integrity yake kuna consistency ilikuwa ndani iko on. Plus hajichoma, so like what?
you guys for. One of them really stood out to me, and that's when I first met the team at Basic Studios. Hello guys.
Welcome to Basic Studio.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
Now I learned that Basics is a design and build house, meaning they specialize in conceptualizing and constructing creative functional designs, which I found out is exactly what I need to cook this chapati. So their solution was to use a similar stove design with a giant pan to cook the chapati. However, this time, once the chapati is cooked on the lower side, we'd use a second giant pan suspended in the middle of a two-truss structure, kind of like a football goalpost, and lower that second pan onto the first pan, clamp them together, then use a chain pulley system to raise one side of the pans while horizontally pulling the other side, which would successfully rotate the pans and hence the chapati so it can get cooked on the lower side. Now after some quick math, I realized the total weight of both pans plus the chapati would be close to 1,000 kilograms, which would be really unstable. So instead of a 2-tower structure, we'd use a 4-tower structure to essentially do the same thing but with more stability. Another added benefit of this new concept is it would also be way easier to control the heat from the stove while we're cooking by just raising the pan that's cooking the chapati on the fire. Now once the chapati was fully cooked, we'd use a weighing scale suspended in the air and weigh the chapati plus both pans, then subtract the weight of those pans to get the total weight of the chapati. And once that figure is over the current world record weight of 145 kilograms, we would have successfully made the world's largest chapati. Now this sounded really good in theory, so then
Nani akona the current world record of 148 kilograms of a chapati? Nani akona hiyo world record? So many questions need to be asked. So many questions.
next step would be to actually build it. So first up, we started off by building an entirely new giant cooking stove of the same dimensions as the previous one, 3.6 meters in diameter. Now the reason we're using a new cooking stove is last time we organized the bricks in what's known as a stretcher bond, which basically means that the shorter side of the bricks are cemented together with their longest sides facing outwards. Now the good thing with this bond is it uses very few bricks to make the circle of the stove. The downside is the walls of that stove are super thin and unstable, which is why the previous stove broke at the end of the last video when we tried to carry the pan off of a stove. So this time, we're organizing the bricks in what's known as a header bond, with their longest sides being bonded to each other and their shorter sides facing outwards. Now this does use more bricks to make the same circle, but the resultant stove is extremely thick and strong. And that's a wrap on building the giant stove for the second attempt of making the world's largest chapati.
Yeah.
Okay guys, is this stove going to give me a giant chapati?
These people do not understand YouTube. Wamesema mbona umetuwekanisha hapa wewe mzee? Tubu tulipe twende home. Samjia hiyo anadai kuishia home. Mimi shughuli ile chukua naona kweli.
Yes.
Are you guys extremely sure?
100%.
Okay, thank you guys. Now that the new stove was complete, next up was to build two
Hold up. Acha nione breakdown hii hesabu.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you guys extremely sure?
100%.
Okay, thank you guys.
Nisha hesabu.
Now that the new
Yeah. Planning and pre-production 16,000. Materials and labor ilifika 115,000. Why? Kwani ndio alinunua meeting ngapi? Ama unless unahesabu hizo chuma plus chains plus Okay. Let me
Stove was
just
complete. Next up was to build 2 giant pans to cook a giant chapati. For the thickness of the pan, we used the same exact 4mm gauge as we did the last time. The only difference is, this time instead of 6 pieces of black sheet, we'd need 10 pieces to make 2 giant pans. So firstly, we welded 5 sheets together, drew out a perfectly circular outline, cut out that circle to make the first giant frying pan. Then we did the same for the other 5 sheets to make the second giant frying pan. Next, we reinforced the bottom sides of both pans with way more metal beams than last time to stop the pan from sagging when it expands from the heat coming from the giant stove. We also gave each of the pans this metal bracing, which would be the exact place that they would be suspended by the chains on the giant structure. And lastly, we flipped both pans so we could grind their top surfaces to make them perfectly smooth to cook a giant chapati. Now that the pans were done, next up would be to construct the giant truss structure to cook the chapati. Now the idea here was to use 4 giant truss towers to make a single square structure. And the reason we use truss towers and not individual metal beams is the truss towers are very stable. And since the weight of the chapati plus the pans would almost be 1 ton, lifting and rotating 1 ton would require a structure that cannot break. So after completing the structure, we'd have to burn both the pans directly on fire to prepare them to cook the giant chapati. Burning a brand new chapati pan creates a non-stick surface and also prevents rust, as well as removes factory residue so you can make chapati with the pan, meaning there would only be one last problem.
Hiyo jiko under truss materials, I'm assuming hakununua alikomboa ama kama alikununua hizi kwenye anataka kuzistore. These numbers have to be inflated some way somehow, have to be. Na kama ziko inflated, by the construction kuna bei na expensive, lakini hiyo structure peke yake ni 100 Gs. Nilikuwa nasema hiyo jiko ati construct materials peke yake zilichukua over 100 Gs. Construct vile logistics na vitu zingine zote almost 150. Mwosho msafi, mwosho.
Solved. Now in the last world record attempt, we needed the dough in separate plastic containers which weren't big enough to make a single giant piece of dough in, so we had to break the giant dough into multiple pieces and assemble them back on the pan so we could make a giant chapati. The problem with that is the different pieces of dough have different consistencies and also just never fully recombine when you're trying to make them into one giant chapati, which is a big reason as to why the final chapati last time didn't look too good or like one giant piece at all. So this time, to avoid splitting the single giant piece of dough, we made a giant stainless steel saucepan that we'd use to mix and knead all the ingredients for the giant chapati. Now the only thing left to do would be to actually
custom make chako nini sufuria yako enda kupika. Hii nakwambia nipatie bana, naweza kupatia watu event. Imagine mchele yenye naweza pika hii sufuria bana. The mchele that needs or required to use for any double time ile fulani yenye tunakiango soup na stew.
Get the ingredients. So we started with the basic ingredients for the actual chapati, like 80 liters of cooking oil, 10 kilograms of sugar, 4 kilograms of salt, other ingredients, and
thanks. Magata. Sujekia pia. Sawa.
Cooking materials before finally picking up the main ingredient of the chapati, the flour. Thankfully, our friends over at Unga Limited invited me over to show me exactly how the best flour for making chapatis, all-purpose wheat flour, is made before giving me a lifetime supply of flour.
Do you speak Swahili or Kiswahili? Bro, what? What's the difference? There's Swahili. Swahili is one of those ones you say that I went and got chai at the place. Nah. That thing is bullshit. That's yeni upuzi. By the way, yeni kosa time na kosa kazi. At we go somewhere place. Nini. Anyway, me I speak English. Psych Swahili. Psych sheng. Swahili is trash. I don't know what's going on. Hujapata disco matanga huyu. Those are rookie numbers. Hizi unga zenye ziko hapa man. Unga hizo ni unga hadi mwezi feed village nusu. The rookie numbers bana ni ukweli.
And now that everything was done, this time since so many things were very experimental, we decided to have a good old-fashioned trial world record attempt.
Mtosha. Nini hii hesabu? Asante. Echelon,
Now that everything was done, this time since so many things were very experimental, we decided to have a good old-fashioned trial world record.
Materials and labor 91,000. Unga. Kwani ni ngano gani? Kwani X ni expensive aje? Yeah, I can. I tend to use the language that I'm most comfortable in. Or whatever the vibes, more vibes based speaking. Sasa like when nasema Kiswahili pia 91,000. This man is using 91,000 for unga and labor and materials. I'm pretty sure kuna zingine alikuwa anagongwa man. Ama ana inflate numbers ndo the overheads anajiweka kwa mfuko. Because there is no way. Unless of course kuna mali kwenye alikuwa anaenda anapelekwa na msee, huyo msee broker ndo anakula hido wengine. Kuna pesa ya broker yenye kuna jamaa fulani alikuwa anamfanyisha hii hesabu. Kwa sababu kama hujui kile unafanya, broker hapo ndo anakulianga safi.
Okay guys, welcome to the first trial for the Guinness World Record for the world's largest chapati. We're aiming for 140 kilograms today. What could go wrong?
Nothing.
Okay.
It's very safi.
And that is the last. Okay, so that's 120 kilograms of flour, 1 kilogram of salt, 2 kgs of sugar, 2 bottles of turmeric. Okay, so we're mixing dry ingredients first. Why?
Chapo gani inakangwa turmeric? What kind of pachati that is going cooked here that requires turmeric in it as an ingredient? Salt, sugar, whatever. Okay. Don't need all, it's not a lot. Exactly. Kwani hawa watu wenyewe wanafanyishwa hesabu wale waambie watapewa 2k ama kunaendaje? Cause kuna hesabu hapa hivi sielewi.
To spread
evenly.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay, now we're going to add 50 liters of water. This is beginning to change in color. Oh, so now it's becoming tougher.
Yeah.
So we're adding 10 liters of oil to be more soft. Okay, guys, this is the final result of the dough. What do you guys have to say about it? Is it ready?
It's very ready.
Is this going to work?
Yes.
I'm going to get a chapati.
You're gonna get a chapati.
Okay, we're going to carry and put this dough into this pan and start rolling it on 3, 2,
Hiyo ni salad na mwaga hivyo,
go.
usinipewe.
Okay, lovely. Guys, it shouldn't fall down. Okay, nice. Lovely, thank you so much. This consistency is really good for the chapati. It's starting to look nice, eh? Guys, but don't worry about the shape too much. We'll cut around circle. Don't make it very thin, eh? It will tear. Okay, guys, so we're putting back this ring so that we can make it round shape. Okay, shall we go in? 3, 2, 1. Nice.
Hapa kuna ngano mingi nataka kutupwa.
You guys can carry the ring just.
Hapa kuna ngano mingi nataka kutupwa. Hapa kuna ngano mingi nataka kutupwa. Ona hii ngano yote inataka kutupwa. Because I'm pretty sure ingeroliwa. Come on. I feel like they are cheating, man. Chapo lazima iroliwe kwa ni alafu ikuje hivyo. Shape inatoka nayo iko acha tu na shape bwana.
Walking that side. 3, 2, 1 in the bucket.
Hiyo ni watu wa nini wachagua kule hiyo.
Let's cook a chapati. So once we lit the fire to cook the bottom side of the chapati, we raised the pan to control the amount of heat from the stove, and we also thought that there would be no better time to test our last design to insert oil under the chapati, an oil injector gun, which the guys at Basics designed by using a pressurized paint gun to pump cooking oil via a long injection which would go under the chapati and blast oil under it. Take us to the top. Nice. Okay, so we're going to
Unasikia ujungu mwenu kwa hii video. Azai, usisikie vibaya sana. Cause I'm pretty sure. Check it. I'm pretty sure hii chapo kuna watu wa Boma watakula na hiyo ngano nyingine obviously ilienda kupikwa. Hiyo ngano ni mingi kutupwa tu for no reason. Plus, how will you know that you are able to if you don't do it? Sasa cause aliens might get here someday. Tutawapikia chapo aje. Lazima wakule size yenyewe inafaa. Hatuwezi expect kule chapo ini kadogo.
Pierce this chapati in 3, 2, 1. Surgical with it, fellas. Surgical. Nice. Ooh, that looks so nice. Nice. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. So as far as we could tell, all the oil had been shot straight under the chapati, albeit at a higher pressure that we hadn't anticipated. And we knew we were correct because the oil container on the gun went from full to empty in a second. So now that we knew that,
I'm pretty sure the viscosity of oil does not allow it to go as far as hiyo ni water pump specifically ya maji ama ni pump ya mafuta, because ya mafuta itakuwa tricky kidogo. No? Alright.
worked, there was only one last thing left to test. Okay guys, this is the most exciting part of this trial, okay? We're about to lower this pan onto this pan, clamp them together, and then rotate them, okay? Guys, let's try and hurry, the thing is cooking. Guys, let's move, let's move, let's move. We don't want the chapati to burn. Let's move, let's move, let's move. Are we done? Okay guys, let's go, let's go. The oil is hot. The oil shouldn't touch you, eh?
I think it's that time Masai inaanza kusumbua net. Tebu catch up mbio mbio. Haya ndio ime catch up.
Okay, let's rotate this chapo, guys. Guys, let's do quickly so that it doesn't fall. Let's rotate this thing quickly so it doesn't fall inside. Let's go, guys. We're almost at 90 degrees. Guys, we're almost done with the rotation. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Jesus Christ. Guys, let's go. Oh my God. Is it falling inside? How does it look?
Imagine you spend over a meter again, alafu it backfire.
It's inside, eh? Let's go. Guys, we're 90 degrees. Let's go. Let's get it over. Nice. We're over halfway. We're almost done, guys. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Good job, good job. This is generally a good sign for the final attempt tomorrow. Are you able to flip it? Hey!
Backfire.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God, bro. Bro, this thing was moving inside. Now what you just saw was one of the hooks of the lower pan giving way, mostly because it wasn't properly braced, which is normal, but what's even more important is after lifting the top pan, the chapati was absolutely broken into so many pieces, and the reason for this is in the time it took during rotation. The complete rotation of the chapati from start to finish actually took a total of 11 minutes 13 seconds, and if that doesn't sound really bad, it should. This chapati needs to be rotated extremely quickly because
imagine ndo maana alifanya test drive. Imagine ufanye hiyo biashara yote afu sasa ndio iko record attempt day. Sasa iko record attempt day. Alafu backfire hivi vyote. La sawa sawa je rotate chapati kubwa cause hiyo umeona leo wajawahi rotate chapati kubwa cause hizo ni maajabu kwao. I was wondering why the video was over 26 minutes long.
Because remember, gravity is always pulling the chapati's weight downwards, and that's not a problem when the pans are flat, but when you start rotating them, the chapati is going to start sliding downwards within the pans and either fold or break apart. Now, in the 11 minutes 13 seconds it took to rotate the pan, the beginning
Dreamers in the building.
rotation took 2 minutes 16 seconds.
Hold up. Imeanza crash out. Hold up. Decide nope. Manze leo niko na agenda somewhere. Kesho lazima niamke mapema. Kesho lazima niamke mapema, so lazima leo niamke mapema, so kesho lazima ndo nilale mapema ndo niweze kuamka mapema ndo niende kwenda mahali mapema, nimalize mapema, nifike huko nimalize pia huko mapema, nikuje tena huku, nirudi niweke tena live tena ya leo mapema. W me. Wait, W me. Wait. Simu ilikuwa imecrash out. Hadi simu yenyewe imekata. Scarlett is our video source for today. Your emojis ain't working. Why? Mbona? Crash out mbona by the way. Kitu nanishangazanga. Just does things for the love of the game. purely to spite me. I think it's gonna delay. I think it's gonna delay or something. It's gonna delay or something. Let me see. Am I back? Yes, I'm back. The problem Dreamer, tunaona video ya huyu jamaa alipika chapo kubwa. Chapo ya 1 ton. Sijui ni 1 ton. Raymond Kahuma is a really nice YouTuber. Kitambo nilikuwa na reacting to video zake za. Mbona kitu inashini kitoka by the way. The hill. Brian Biddy, I'll be there with you in just a minute. Heard of the news about Marvel Midnight Universe? Similar to Absolute Universe. Whoa, there's an Absolute Universe in the I mean, if they can do it, I need it. Where? Simtumie link. Brian, uko na DM yangu, uko na account zangu zingine za social zangu zingine. Simtumie hiyo video huko somewhere, IG ama TikTok, nitumie DM. I'll read it. I need to see this midnight universe thing. Thanks. I just wonder how he's at 1 million twice to Japan. Ndo aisabona tufanyisha hapa. Niko sure kuna mtu mwenye anakula hiyo do ingine. Ama either ni yeye numbers zake ziko inflated ama broker wake mwenye alifanya na hii project manager anakula the overheads. Unajua maforeman pia unapokuwa unini, cause how do you spend 2 million twice? Maybe tuseme logistics za kumove around hizi parts na kununua hizi vitu. Excuse me. Hiyo pan ati kutengeneza ime cost over 120 Gs. Pan tu welding ya mbio. Chuma zenyewe niko sure hizo sheets hizi pita more than 10k. Chuma zenyewe hizi pita more than 30k. Maybe useme ana transportiwa na pesa mingi lakini lori huwezi pitisha more than 10k. Na sasa ijaja. So definitely project manager yake kuna mtu anakula kitu excess. Kwa sababu anafanyishwa. But sasa unajua yeye ni Uganda. So yeye concept yake na hesabu ya math ya pesa. Hesabu yake ya pesa kuna venye ni kama iko off tu kidogo, just slightly. But kama ni sponsor, ni kama ni pesa ya sponsors, mimi natumia hivyo. Marvel is always copying DC. I mean, they always copy each other. Hakuna mtu mwenye na unique ideas zenye ni zake peke yake. There's always a copy and a version of something that is from the other universes version. Sasa there's always a version of the other versions universe. Ni vile tu hii version ya huyu ndio inakuwa more popular than version ya hawa. Sasa Fauma ni Mkikuyu, definitely somebody is definitely inflating those numbers. Kuna mtu mwenye alimfanyisha hii hesabu vibaya. Copy a chart. I need this chart on my vertical to be a little bit higher than that. Ama niweke hapa. Bro, what are these emojis? Hizo ni zile inbuilds za nini? Hizo ni zile inbuilds za YouTube. Hizo ni inbuilds za YouTube. Lazima ucheze nazo ndo urudi ukue on. Ndo lazima ucheze nazo ndo ukue on. Lazima ucheze nazo ndo ukue. Should I put this chart? I should put this chart here. Perfect. Aya. Ombeni net iache kufanya hivi tuko inafanya. Moving on. Foreman kuna mali anakula anatupa anatuambia chapo yake kifilipi na
the chapati mid-air for 5 minutes 21 seconds because we had to keep adjusting all the moving parts of the chain pulley system, rotating the chapati plus rotating the chapati physically with people pulling.
Ngapi hapa? So umepita.
Is extremely slow. The end of the rotation took 3 minutes 24 seconds, and as for the taste of the chapati,
Not so bad.
It's yummy. So sweet, so sweet.
It's so sweet.
It is even extra sweet.
It's a real chapati.
Crunchy. I'm a team full of liars, man. The thing isn't ready.
Mwacha kutudanganya. Hiyo stuff itafanyisha watu waume na tumbo. Hakuna. Ati sweet. Nini?
But okay, just like I feel like the dough would be decent if it was ready. One side is halfway ready and the other isn't. Will you guys come back to give me a real chapati tomorrow?
Can't wait.
Or any other day?
Can't wait.
Okay. Now, our solution to rotating the pans faster would be to completely switch to what's known as electric motors, which would pull the chains way faster than people can manually, so the pans would get rotated in a shorter time. In fact, we actually tried this and got the entire rotation down to 49 seconds non-stop, and if we could just do that one more time, we'd have a good enough chance to finally have an official Guinness World Record attempt.
Hiyo trial run peke yake ilichukua 50 Gs. Trial run pekee ilichukua 50 Gs. Niambie hapa hivi for anakuwa Mkikuyu na anakula like this. Hapa project manager mwenye come up with this plan. Sasa mwenye alikuwa in charge of logistics kuna mahali alikuwa anakula. Exactly.
So I'd like to thank you guys for accepting to take on this challenge to make the world's largest chapati. I'm very grateful for each and every one of you. Clap for yourselves. Now the current world record for the world's largest chapati is 145 kilograms, and that is held by the country of India. We want to bring that world record back to Kenya. Am I right? Yes. Great. Now I believe that we can make the world's largest chapati, but the question is, do you guys think we can make a 200 kilogram world's largest chapati? Yes. Now let's get to cooking!
Anataka 200 kgs. Hiyo anataka hiyo world record iko level yenye hizi breakiwa hivi karibuni. Let the Indians not find out about this.
Okay, so we're aiming for 194 kilograms of flour. Let's go. Okay, let's go. Okay, so that's 194 kilograms of flour. Now for 5 kilograms of sugar, 2 kilograms of salt, 3 bottles of turmeric, and now we're gonna mix the dry ingredients. So now we're going to add 50 liters of water. Now we start kneading the dough. Just evenly spread it everywhere. Honestly, shout out X-Flour. This has been really easy to knead. Now we've gone from flour to
Almost dough.
So now it's super fine, but we're trying to make it a tough bowl, right?
Yeah.
I like this texture. Okay, so this is what the dough for this attempt for the world record looks like, okay? Very firm. I like how it looks. What do you guys think?
It's perfect for the perfect chapati.
It's firm enough. It cannot stick on the pan.
It is good.
Okay, so let's transfer this dough onto the pan. Okay, guys, so now we're going to carry...
I'm pretty sure that was the ad part of the video. It ilikuwa the ad. Soft, the blatant product placement and advertising. I mean, lazima ujifunze kuona hizi vitu.
This dough onto the giant pan, okay? But first we add some oil to this pan. Help me spread that. There we go. A lot of it needs to go there in the center. Okay, let's transfer this dough in 3, 2, 1, go.
Disaster.
All right, let's pull it out. There we go. Okay. Oh my God. This is so big. 3, 2, 1. One more time. Last time. 3, 2, 1.
Hold up. Ime crash out. Lazima nyinyi muone Kenya mimi naona. Ime disconnect tena. Why? Where net? Ndio nime connect simu na nini? Na PC na net. Aje kwa vishindo. Jamaa mbona anapiga nduru?
Okay, nice. 3, 2, 1, push. Nice. Okay, let's go. Nice. Okay, guys, now we're just trying to spread this chapati on the pan before we give it a shape. Okay, so it's now starting to look around nice. Okay, guys, now we're using these giant rollers to also spread the chapati, and I'm pushing it downwards as he's pulling it, which is a new tactic that these guys have just taught me about.
Kumbe salad kuna bwana na tutilita siku ya kisafi mtaani.
Nice. 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 Okay, guys, we're going to use this metal ring here. We'll measure 20 centimeters off the edges at every corner so that we have a perfect round circle, okay? Okay, we press it inside on 3, 2, 1, cut.
That's not how you do
we're
that.
going to come around with that knife.
And that's not how you do that.
Slowly, slowly, mama.
I'm pretty sure construct.
Now this is what a round piece of dough looks like.
I'm pretty sure construction in high school classics tells you that is not how you do that. Pretty sure. I'm not 100% though, but pretty sure.
Okay, now we're going under the chapati. 3, 2, 1. Without tearing. Down. Slowly. Wait. I hope it doesn't explode the chapati, okay? I'm praying. 3, 2, 1. Inject.
Wanna inject.
Inject. Is it in?
Yeah.
It's going in?
Yeah, it's going. Okay.
More. It's actually quite a lot.
Hiyo chapo ina swim kama mabuda. Sasa wanapika na makaa, okay?
Okay, guys, we're going to be adding oil. Carefully. Just go around.
You're going to be adding oil.
I go around as well. Just pour oil on the top. More in the center.
The chapo ni non. Indo chapo yenye nafanya ndani hii
You guys don't hear this thing, eh?
Kisha cha ukinuza chapo that mob inafanya kwa hiyo thickness.
Come and see this. That's for me, okay?
Let's give it a bit of 2 minutes, 3 minutes, then we are good.
Let's just see what we have, I feel, because I've confirmed all the way there. Yeah, to be black there.
How to balance makaa?
Like it has some brown spots, man. Look at this. Yeah, some brown spots there. Yeah, okay, I think we can flip. Okay, we can raise it. Okay, let's go, guys. Guys, I think we're ready to flip this thing.
So like akimaliza hizi vitu
To lose 1 minute. We lower it at the bottom, then we clamp it, then we are up.
Okay, let's do this. Whatever you're doing, let's do it now, bro. Is that good enough? It has to be on the ground, eh? Yeah. It's starting to burn. Okay, guys, what we're clamping, let's clamp quickly. Guys, we're moving slowly. We're about to start burning the chapati. Okay, let's start going.
Imagine wakile mita mzima alafu chomeka ndani.
Let's go, bro.
Twende. Msaidie hapo, twende juu.
Akia Kimani.
Guys, if you don't rotate this thing, you're going to rotate it and it's burnt. You guys have turned this thing very slowly, man. Guys, the chapati is burning, man. Okay, let's rotate this quickly. Lovely. Almost at 90 degrees. Okay, let's go past 90 degrees. Let's go. Complete the rotation, 90 degrees. Onto the other side. Lovely. Goja. You're going to stop halfway again.
Tena. Is that finish ile kitu kanatoka kwa nini?
Hapana, tunashika miti, shika na miti sasa.
We go. Let's go.
Leta.
Let's go.
Leta.
Nice.
Inaweza collapse katikati manze. Inaweza crash out by the way.
Lovely.
Teremsha, pole pole. Tufungue hizo clamps fungua.
Okay, thank you guys for flipping this pan. Okay, let's see what we have after these months of effort. Okay, raise the pan. Now, after 2 months and 219,000 Kenya shillings we'd spent on this final world record attempt, this wouldn't just be the world's largest chapati, it would also be the world's most expensive chapati ever made at a total of 951,000 Kenya shillings. Now, considering how difficult it was to get to this point, this wouldn't be possible if the
trial cost pia zinahesabiwa kwa hiyo nini, kwa hiyo world record. Because technically speaking, trial run is not the actual chapati. Trial run is not the actual chapati. Hizo costs the trial run bado zinahesabiwa kweli. For real?
I think so. Entire project wasn't managed properly, and that's exactly why I've been working with Odu for 2 years now. Now you guys already know that Odu is an all-in-one.
I do not care. Show me the chapati.
Global conference where entrepreneurs
Check it, kuna pesa global manzi. Moving on.
Games, and to top it all off, we'll have
Fine.
an after party at Mass House with live performances from our very own local artists. Now, I won't say exactly who, but I really think you'll like them. Now, the tickets are on sale right now, and for just $100, you can get the premium pass, which is a 2-day all-access pass with full catering. Plus, you get into the exclusive after party. This is the one you want to grab to get the absolute most out of the event. I'm personally getting the premium pass, so you should grab yours and let's go have some fun. There's also the CEO and masterclass tickets with so many more perks. You do not want to miss out on this. Just click the link in my description. Get your
Tigo at 355 USD. Some quick math tells me that that's around that key. No? Yes. Hey!
tickets early and save your spot right now. I'll see you at the Ngongre's course on the 3rd and 4th of September.
I wanna see. Wanna do a drone shot, okay? Nah, alikuwa amesema itaanza kuungua, ndio hiyo. Does this count? Does it? What all recognize that show? For Guinness. Backfire. Really backfire. What's with the silence? I wanna know if this one counts. Because
It doesn't look good, bro.
black.
It doesn't look good. Are you sure? No. I think it's a no for me. How did we take so much time flipping this? Now we can flip it, but it's taking so long, bro. At what point did this even burn?
We didn't anticipate for the time it will also take us to crank it and start turning.
The heat was too much. Even to handle the clamps, the heat was just so much.
So what we were able to gather was the main problem this time is even though we used electric motors to flip the pans, the total time it took from the moment the bottom side was ready to raising the pan, lowering both pans, clamping them, then raising them back up to finally rotate the chapati onto the second pan took a total of 17 minutes and 30 seconds. All while the lower side was still heating the chapati is why that one side completely burned. So either we'd need a better way to manage the heat or a faster way to rotate the pans. Can we do better than this?
Yeah, I think from this, we have learned a lot. Yeah, we can do better.
Learned a lot.
We're going to attempt to make the world's largest chapati one more time. Comment down below as to where you guys think we went wrong or if you guys have any ideas for us. But until then, thank you so much to Odu for sponsoring this video. Click the link in my description to get your ticket for the Odu Experience 2026. Thank you to Unga Limited for the X Flour as well. And massive shout out to Basic Studios for conceptualizing and building this amazing project. If you need any creative functional design solutions, that's who you should work with. And finally, thank you guys so much for watching.
Subscribe. That's crazy. Imagine kukelea hiyo doyo alafu backfire tu hivyo tena. kuna mali walisema wakika motorized ina bring you down to 46 seconds. Sasa 46 seconds ilikuwa tu jaba ama kumendaje. Project manager Kimani ndio alikuwa anataka kulaidu. Anataka kuitwa tena hapa. Awanza kuuziwa tena unga za 100 Gs. Mbona unga za 100 Gs? Kwani unga ni expensive aje siku hizi? Bandi na wapsa ngapi man? Seme 5. Sasa aje tumpe 5. Kama 6. Kama 6 hizo zimetosha kumikia unga. Macha niche mambo mingi. Tutafuta na next time akijaribu kuweka ingine, kupika hiyo ingine. Boom. That really took longer than I needed it to do. Haya. Next on the site. Huyu jamaa alikuwa ananiambililia nini? Alikuwa ananiambililia ilikuwaje? Marvel Midnight. Alikuwa ananiangalia Marvel Midnight. Ako wapi? Alienda wapi? Songa Marvel Midnight. I'll disappear on me. Alright. 2 kg unga ni 220 ikapanda to 50. Hata 250 sawa. 250 times 12. Nani msangapi? Hizo imefika 5k. Uniambie mbona bundle 6 zinafika 100 Gs. Hapo ndio math kuna venye najaribu kuifanyisha kwa kichwa wangu, it makes sense. Plus kama uja realize kuna sponsorship. So inamaanisha either alipunguziwa price kidogo hapa hivyo for ad placement ama something. Hiyo there's no alilipa full price. Kuna video fulani nilipata nayo mchana. Maliza. Boost simu hizi before inizimie.
Again.
Nini mereka? Oh, inangangu. I want to watch Ultramin in the sky. Ultramin in the sky. Okay. Ultramin in the sky. Maybe. Ultramin in the sky. They watch bus. One episode review content is right there. I'm actually thinking instead of doing live reactions, pia kuna YouTube channel ile imelala tu hapo hivyo. Sasa in that YouTube channel, I'm thinking of posting live reactions as I watch. Maaz na kama story yako ya music. Aya. What am I saying? What am I talking about? I was talking about something. Oh, I watched like first and second episode of the new react, create a video, post it there. Then I post a TikTok review. How does that work? How does that work? Ni logistics yangu ya kufanya hizo kitu ndio inasumbua. Now you're watching your own word blog. Na haina mambo. Maza anasema you should listen to my song. It's called Living Proof. I am a heartless reviewer. Sijui kama mnajua hiyo part. I'm a heartless reviewer. If a song is trash, I am calling it trash. Sasa if I hear it something that is making my ears scream, I'm not giving any more seconds. I'm cutting it off. Sasa now Dreamer decides. Dreamer, are we listening to this guy's song to patia feedback and to patia feedback, or we watch that unburned video that I have. We watch that unburned video, the conflicted unburned. It's about Bosalino. It's a video about Bosalino. Dreamer decides. Is the current engagement controller, manager. I don't know how to call him. Anakwanga tu hapa hivi daily, yeye ndo anaamua. He's the decider of how the program goes. I mean, I didn't itafuta. Sema hiyo living proof. Scarlett, adjust for me. Thank you, baby. Living. Wait, what kind of song is it though? Damn, bro has a few songs. By few songs, I mean two. Where Dream at? It's a drill song. Alright. Melodic drill. Alright. All I say was, if it's trash, I'ma call it trash. That's all. If it ain't it, if there's points of correction you need to points of correction, I'ma give you points of correction. Does that sound fair? Kuna kitu ina run in the background. Usijaribu kuniongea CPU, unaninyonyea bandwidth. Unaninyonyea bandwidth hapa na pale. You need me to review your music. Alright, I'm gonna give you a chance. Sasa, sini 2 minutes, sindio? Sini ya kwanza. Hapo hujatumia melodies zenye zimezi nini? Hujatumia melodies za wenyewe ni copyrightiwe. Okay.
Chasing bands, you know I love to beat it up, no hands. Fought with the gang, no new friends. Love making money and that's the plan. Step on the beat, yeah, you know how I do. My vocals will make you act like a fool. Lie on my name and you gonna meet my tool. Ask how I'm feeling, I'ma always stay cool. I'm out by a crib with lighting pools. She visit the spot looking bad, got me grinding like an animal. Yeah, now we faded up, popping pills, yeah, munching on these edibles, yeah. Take a shopping, yeah, cause everything here is material, yeah. Talking about marriage, but I'm everything but marital. You finna meet the stick, one wrong move and you might get blicked. Guys call me meek, but I still got a Milvo. Tryna test me, I have it firing out the window. Got deals on these packs, come like Black Friday. Get my young dons to crash your party. Say that you know me and I say hardly. This rap shit's a hobby, I prefer to keep it low-key.
Okay, I see what's going on here.
When she freaky with it, on a demon thing, she fuck with this demon dick. If you know me, I can get evil with it. Resident Evil in this bit, got a perplex in the 6. Pre in the gums, got a feeling for the kid, got a feeling for a kid. Next thing you know, and she's pleading the 5th, yeah, pleading the 5th.
Gotta plead the 5th.
Chasing bands, you know I love to beat it up, no hands. Fought with the gang, no new friends. Love making money and that's the plan. Over my body and eyes feeling like Steve Rogers. Now my shit be shining. My wristwatch, a skeleton has no timing. It just shows I've been grinding. Hey, you know I've been winning. Fuck bad bitches, you know I be sinning. Matching fits with the bros, you know we twinning. Grow my money longer, no little Uzi. Step in the room and they ask why I'm grinning. Get hit off my blunt, you'll understand in a minute. Dive in the pussy when I wanna go swimming. Feeling like Goku, love me a challenge. Everyone on up, yeah, I gotta stay focused. Running on your own is hard, yeah, I know it. You gotta keep pushing, yeah, you gotta go forward. Can't take breaks if one day you're gonna own it. Know I'm the best, but now I gotta prove it. Just stay in your seat, it'll only take a moment. Don't fuck with me, that's okay, I condone it. Yeah, I'm over it. Yeah, I'm over here. Big money, big moves. You talk to me, it's something new. Looking around, no Blues Clues. I talk my shit, hey,
Blues
you know me, I'm living proof.
Chat, how are we feeling about Mars Y06? Chat. That was a fire song, I can't lie. I mean, that was low-key a fire song, I cannot even lie. I mean, there's a few things hapa na pale lazima ufix. Sasa hizi vitu kidogo hapa na pale lazima ufix. Like attach on the okay. Let me review let me review it fully. Let me review it. Chat, hear me out. Now, on the first thought, it's kind of mid, but not mid in the bad way. Mid like it's average in the fact that it does the things that it does well. That's a 6 out of 10. That's a 6. That's the rating I'm giving it. A 6 out of 10. Here's why. I feel like you have your flow, but you keep losing it somewhere in the middle. Sasa I think the time una switch unapoteza flow ya beat, alafu una come back to it. When you're flowing with it, it's good. You have a decent flow. Decent flow on the good parts. I think masa unataka switch syllables or something do nini like beat patterns una get lost on the way. Sasa una get lost on the way. I don't know who your editor is. Your editor is fire. That was a fire track. I think this is just me though. You can try to make that song again in a different version. Try another version of that song. Because not wasting, like allowing that beat to be go with that song alone. I mean, I guess I depend kama unaenda uko na studio time na tuka hizo, but kama ni self recording kijani ufanya visuals kama 12, I think you can do a whole lot of better. Kitu ya pili, subject matter. Sasa I do not want to hear about you popping pills and riding with no hands. That's just me though. That's just me though. It's not the type of music I consume. Sahi kuna account yangu yenye naongeleleanga music wananitrash kwa sababu nimecall the Drake albums made for lack of subject matter. So subject matter, if you wanna do something then you touch on hizi vitu za nini? Mzuraji, sijui popping pills, getting weed, working edibles and I don't know, the gangster lifestyle, trying to be real with it. Sasa kukua unajua Dave, usimesikiza Dave. Most of y'all have mesikiza Dave, si ndio? Hata kama anaongelelea with their ex ama being a toxic partner, kuna a level of realism yenye lazima ivektiwe. This I don't know, I'm the best, I'm the greatest, nini is that bullshit is so done with. We done with the 90s bana. We done with the 90s. We are done with the 90s. Sasa tunataka some real stuff. Ama ufanye kama wakadinali. Unaona wakadinali anaongelea real things but from a gangster's perspective. Ongezea subject matter. Have some real, is the first level, I don't know, guns, girls, na money, girls, drugs. We ain't doing that in the MiG 26. Kama una subject matter ingine important. Otherwise, utakuwa mainstream like 2 hours, then we forget about your ass. But overall, potential. I see potential. I have no idea why you have only 3 subscribers. Should I sub? Maybe I should sub. That was a fire song. Lowkey, that was a fire song. It has its weaknesses, but the good parts, their good parts are really good. You get to the balance. It's a good song. Has its weaknesses, have a lot of improving. Pen game, lazima improve pen game. I need some triple, quadruple, entendres up in there. Quadruple, motriple, whatever. Those things, quadruple, motriple, whatever. I need some lyrical miracles. Some lyrical miracles. Nimekutumia news W. Yeah, dreamer mwenda msabu jamaa. Akona potential. Sasa. Nikikuja hapo hivyo next month nikose more than 1 song hapo hivyo na unsubscribe. That's just me though. If I cannot enjoy your music, I cannot be subscribed to you. Usko tunacheza numbers for no reason. That's just my honest thoughts. Sasa alafu usini copy strike cause I'm post this. It's a vid. Exactly. I like the way you were thinking. Mwantumia. To go to the admiral agenda. Sindio? The admiral agenda. What was the admiral agenda yendo masaa yenyu? Sasa ngapi sasa? Leo ni mapema bado. I think I should be streaming a little bit earlier. I mean, it's eyesight. Na bete kama uko in the nini, best yangu, I have my friend who's a producer. Maybe I should link y'all. Or something. Work something out. Work something out between y'all. Me, I see you. I'm not involved, but y'all can work something out yourselves. The admiral agenda. Just this vid. At least nimeanza kurudi na zile video ref. But that, yeah, it's good. Apart from some wanaita tactical a tactical rapper. Sijui tactical rap. Mimi sijui tactical rapper inamaanisha nini. Unajua watu na making up words. But then Raymond wamefollow account yangu ile nyingine ya nini? Ya music na basketball na lifestyle. It's called Namudu's Finest. Mwenda mfollow hapo hiyo part. I think hiyo clip they posted ile pande. Sasa my brother has real talent though, I won't lie. I need me some really cool miracles. Tell your friends to tell their friends to sub up. Subscribe. Check it. Gani hiyo gani? As in ile video fulani. Ile video fulani ya 2 hours. Ilikuwa ile video fulani ya 2 hours ya One Piece. I think. Video 2 hours ya One Piece. Kulikuwa na video 2 hours ya One Piece by the way. Sijui ilienda wapi. 2 hours ya One Piece.
This is my second attempt at making the world's largest chapati or roti ever made in history to break the Guinness World Record right here in Kenya. To make
Hold on. Scarlett is hanging. TikTok kama waiti. TikTok, I have a separate different account. There's a different. Adi iko TikTok na iko nini? Na Gram. TikTok na Gram. Maz ndo utapata video yake. Ile account yenye tunatumianga na normal basis hiyo sisi post nini review huko. Marvel copying this is poor. Say they both take inspiration from one another. Exactly. They take inspiration. Brian amesema amenitumia wapi? TikTok. Let me check. Let me just check. Let me check this news.
Okay. Sikatai.
Shut up. Sioni request. Oh, amenitumia kwa group ya WhatsApp. Right. Let me give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. It's downloading. Oh, King Lion. It's been a minute since I've seen a King Lion vid. Wallahi tena, it's been a minute since I've seen a King Lion vid. Bana. God damn.
Drake is a genius. He made 2 albums that were so dog shit. It makes
I've talked about Drake long enough today. Acha nionyeshe account yenye nilikuwa naongelea. This one. This is the account I'm talking about. Let me pop the screen. Alafu nirudi kwa hiyo story ya King Lion. Nimeacha download.
Bring back an energy-based power system.
Yeah.
Please, I want a flow.
I need you to calm down. This account. I'm talking about this one. Dreamer, I'm talking about this one. Should check it out. Nilianza recently. This video I'm trolling Drake fans. This video, and this video. I'm trolling Drake fans. They're so mad. I promise you they're so mad. King Lion was yapping about something. Rada! 1 minute. Let me come. Rada! Peace out. I'm back. Like I never left. Kuna history ya This is the vid. What's up? Aionyeshangi nini? Are you allowing you display?
Oh shit! Marvel.
What up, are you allowing you display? Are you allowing you display nini? Your overlay screen or whatever? For whatever reason. Let me try again. Maybe I'm trolling. Oh, it's back.
Only DC are at war. Boy,
why is there an echo? Let me see.
Marvel just released Marvel's Midnight, in which this is a dark universe.
Shut up. I am hearing an echo. I think let me turn this one off. Where am I trying?
Where the writers.
Wait. Hadi tisikie huyu King Lion anasema. Why is there an echo? Why? Why is there an echo? Let me turn down this one. Situmiangi WhatsApp, ndo maana inanisumbua hivi.
Not gonna lie, the most anticipated comic. Oh shit! Marvel and DC are at war. Boy, Marvel just released Marvel's Midnight, in which this is a dark universe where the writers can do whatever they want to do. There's no holding back, no rules, just straight, pure imagination and storytelling. There's no rules.
Pure imagination, pure storytelling. So what tell me that there is an absolute universe for Marvel? Are you serious, my brother?
Bluetooth disconnected.
It got right off the gate is Marvel's Midnight, X-Men, Fantastic Four, and Spider-Man. As they said, baby, the light
at
its day. Oh, it's time for
an absolute universe where Spider-Man is in. Oh, they're about to do my boy so dirty. Oh no. Absolute Spider-Man is about to go so broke. Or maybe he's gonna be rich. I mean, I don't know, creative freedom. But knowing Marvel, wanafanya my boy to suffer. I'm pretty sure that was going to happen.
Midnight. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the most anticipated comic that I have coming out for me that X-Men. I am definitely about to pre-order will be Midnight X-Men, because it is written by no other than motherfucking Jonathan Hickman, damn it. And Marvel, when this is successful, you better put his ass back on X-Men. I don't care what you say, what you talking about, you better put him back where he belongs. Jonathan Hickman, if you see this, I don't mean that you belong only on the X-Men. You can do whatever you want, but we need you to come back. They took our home from us. We need you to get in that office and whoop that ass. But oh my God, is this shit not peak? We have Storm, not only a goddess, but she is.
Midnight Storm is a goddess and a vampire.
The vampire queen. And he who shall hunt her is no other than Nightcrawler. Who better than the hand of God himself? The part about this is that it comes out in August. So yeah, that's right around the corner, baby. Then you can't forget, we're gonna have Midnight Fantastic Four, written by Benjamin Percy and Kev Walker. That drops in September. And then, oh my God, then we have Midnight Spider-Man, which is written by Philip Kennedy Johnson. Oh my God. Just look at the artist. Look at the artist. Oh my God. And they've already given the synapses for each comic, so you know what you're getting yourself into. This Spider-Man sounds so peak. Oh no, but
I gotta read that Spider-Man though.
DC Marvel on your ass. See, you got the absolute universe, and that's great, baby. You've had much success. We're so proud of you.
We can't let you have a little too much fun. No, you didn't have a little too much.
I mean, Marvin,
You
you're
had a
gonna
little
fall
too
off at
much.
this range.
You had too much dip on your
They're gonna
chip.
fall off.
Now we gotta go get in that ass. Marvel basically said the crossovers are done. Put your fucking hands up. No. You done did too much. Put your fucking hands up. No, you got it. No, you got it. You got it. Get your big, broad shoulder ass out that house. Start running them. Because DC understands something, baby. We got Mickey money. We definitely about to meet you out there. As for everybody else, here are all your brand new comics coming out, including your new collections. And here is everything dropping for the Marvel Unlimited app. Ladies and gentlemen, say it again. Here's a list of all new comics coming out with
Absolute Iron Man and Absolute Nerd. Not Absolute. Midnight. We're gonna tuanza kuzoea hiyo. Midnight Marvel. We got a Midnight Marvel Spider-Man. Stroke Venom. Death Spiral what? Death Spiral body count. That sounds so peak. It has so much potential, so much aura in its name, with so much potential to go so wrong. Sasa this is the man Marvel sometimes napana Absolute Black Cat, not Absolute Bad Cat. Midnight Black Cat. Midnight Captain America. Let me see. Friendliest facehugger Infinity Comic. I mean, do we really need another Aliens comic? I mean, let
your new collections, and this is all the new comics coming out for the Marvel Unlimited app. Now, y'all let me know who y'all think for to win this war, because this is looking nasty.
I need me that Spider-Man. That mean that Spider-Man. Let me that Spider-Man. Definitely would go crazy. That would definitely go crazy. That's mingi. God damn it. Brian amekotoa kizi spam. Let me see. But niki click hii link itanienda up. Anyway, watu wengi community. Y'all should join the com. Make sure y'all join the com. No e-com. From my perspective. Y'all be yapping too much, by the way. E-com mjue. Sasa. Mtaanza kunipigia kelele huko. Whether si spamia watu. Hata ni spam. Aje ni spam. Watu wa join live. Anywho, that was crazy. That was crazy, but kwanzia August, it's a little bit far. I have more priorities right now. So I'm not really tapped into comics like that since 2023, I think. It's been a minute since the comics when you nasomea ngapi, by the way, online. I need an online reader. I need to read the Absolute Universe. So I need me to watch that Absolute Universe. Chat. Nasomea ngapi comics. Going back to the first love. Damn, naanza kushikwa na headache hapa sasa. Scarlett ameamua ku crash out. Leo atafanya vizuri. Let me get one more vid. Oh, take me back. Yeah. That Kizaru video nimekuwa nikiignore kutoka sijui saa ngapi. The Admirable Zalino. It's an Admirable Zalino vid. Things will just refuse to work today. Oh.
Bluetooth connected.
I remember you was conflicted.
North Blue. We only have Borsellino was born 50.
That was a lean of it. Chat. I'm the first one to admit I'm fully against the admiral agenda. But I would admit, say squeezy recently after some people have really checked me, nimekuja kuadmit na kuagree the fact that the admirals have never really gone all out, and if they have off screen. So for some reason they're always conflicted. I remember you was conflicted. Anyway, the Borsellino video that I've been ignoring the whole day. Nikuja nione hapa inajiita the conflicted admiral. Sasa inajiita the conflicted admiral of the admiral. Ati niliona ukiongelea stories za comics like just nimeona watu TikTok posting comics but shida ni AI written. I mean exactly kuna issue ya nini ya comics but let me yap about this for a second. So the thing about comics the thing about mimi kuongelea hiyo story ya kuita comics za Kenya Shujaz ni tulikuwa na number 1 tunahitaji an identity that everybody can go for. Sasa Japanese medium wanazita manga. Now everybody knows that if it's from Japan it's a manga. If it's inspired by Japanese style it's a comic book, but it's inspired by manga. Here I can point out the fact that where it comes from. So manga, manhwa, dongwa, comic books in the Americans. So why don't we as Africans or as Kenyans more specifically, because we have our own that has been successful some way in some way shape or form has been successful. Mbona tusiamue kuziita sisi wenyewe tuziite Shujaz zote, then nika find out ziko trademarked. Sasa now the that this comic book industry is not as successful, any entertainment industry is not as successful compared to the West and the East, like in Chinese, like in whatever. It's not as successful. Sasa plus people don't have the time, lazima make ends meet before amuka chini at draw comic books. Now people can be, there are some really good artists. Kuna watu wenye tulikuwa tumeanza kuform nini ka communities, sio alinyamaza kwa nini kwa kuna watu wenye kwa wanasema kila mtu ana draw comic yake, then kwa nani alikuwa trip ama alikuwa anaitwa nani, alikuwa anaandika novels. Sijaona chapter for the longest time, sijui aliacha kuziandika ama kuliendaje. Una get. So the only way around it is to get AI to write it for you. Personally, I don't have a problem with you writing your comic book or your web comic with AI, apart from the fact that it is not your story. Kuchora, if you're going to get your drawings from AI, personally, I have a feeling that is not really generally a problem. It's not generally a problem. If the story that is you want to tell on the behind the scenes ni yako na is original, not curated or created by AI. That's just where I am. So cause using it as a tool, cause sometimes ukianza kuandika nini, I'm writing my own comic, no AI. You are the kind of people we need more of. Sasa you are the kind of people we need more of, in the fact that wewe ukiandika comic yako tuna accept na tuna appreciate, alafu tuzijaribu kuweza kuzipush around na kupush hiyo agenda yetu tunataka kunini, but we need our own identity. But unapata mtu ana time ya kuweza kupractice your skills. Sasa they're not able to do it for the love of the game, because they have to. Very few people can be able to do it for the love of the game. So as a compromise, I feel like if you're able to do AI for drawings only, and tell a very compelling story, the same way watu wanatengeneza AI movies, if you're able to put out a compelling story, we are able to get the story get you funding so that you can recreate it officially from your own hand. That's just how I feel about it. Sasa to get your stories out there, because it's easier to manufacture na print out more comic books zenye na push out agenda yako na the story you want to tell from your perspective ya kuweza kuandika nini. But if you're able to draw it, push it for people like us. Tunajaribu kupitia tuseme if we had notes, if it's something we can appreciate, na we are able to, unaweza anza pia wewe uamue kuipatia general name. Okay, Shujaz ilikuwa tu standby because everybody knows it, but tusiite comic book. That's just what I'm feeling about. Tusiite tu comic book, na tusiite manga, tusiite sijui Kenyan manga z, come up with our own name. Come up with our own name. Hadi unaweza ku trademark name yako. Sasa we call it, to give us our own identity as Kenyans or as Africans. Maybe wasiwatizero watachukua hiyo. Una get what I'm saying? Sasa na ukimaliza kuchora chapter ya kwanza unitumie, nipitie, ni review. Kuna jamaa fulani ni review nini yake akasema ana appreciate. Sijui for some reason unafeel ni kama mimi naweza yap kuhusu story. We need, like, the way I feel about it is tusiziite nini, tusiziite comic books, tuziite a name, alafu tuite seme vile nilikuwa nasema the initial idea, tuziite Shujaz a Kenyan comic book. Shujaz Kenyan comic books hivyo tukaa hiyo. Then after a while, after Shujaz isha held, Shujaz is placeholder, tuziite Hekaya. Nasema hivyo Hekaya because Hekaya is something that is there. Sasa tuziite Hekaya Kenyan comic books. Then after a while to drop hiyo Kenyan comic book part to it to Hekaya. That was my suggestion. How do you feel about AI? This story, wewe unafilaje kuhusu mtu kutumia AI kuandika comic book zake? Because I'm pretty sure it's a resource issue. It's a resource issue. If I can do it with AI, let me do it with AI. But that's just the way I feel about it. Kaya kuna comics writer and Relics comics. I mean, sure. Pia Relics unaweza mpatia hiyo idea. Mwambie aanze aache kuita Relics comics, aite, I don't know. It was just an idea. Na nikali. But these Relics comics nikali. Damn, my ear is itchy. I wanted to do that Bosalino video bana. Nimeanza kuyapa about comic books. Back to One Piece. Our regular schedule programming. So, I'll be the first one to admit I am anti the admiral agenda. Sasa they need to be strong. Atujona an admiral going all out. So the vid I'm gonna watch right now is Schools. Are you serious, my brother? Why does he keep doing this? Are you serious, my brother? I don't think using AI is good. You should do the work yourself while building story writing, all that, etc. I mean, I agree 100%, fully 100% on that part. Sasa hapo ndo agree na wewe. Pale kwenye mimi nasema, like, hear me out. This is a hear me out. Most people will not like it. It's a hear me out. It's a hear me out. Sasa this one is a hear me out. If you are able to do, I feel like ukiweza kutumia as a tool for the art only, art pekee, like kuchora peke yake. If you're not able to get the resources, enough resources, I feel like hizi vitu zingine unaweza fanya without really needing to put it into panels. Sasa you put it into panels, alafu kusikuwa na over reliance. I feel like maybe tuseme atengeneze chapter moja. If it's something that is intriguing, we get him funding and resources to make the actual comic book. I feel for art only, world building, religion, storytelling, arcs, character designs zote is all on you. That's my feel. Sasa but hatuwezi ignore AI, by the way. At this point hatuwezi ignore. Maybe tuweze kutumia as a tool, because if I'm not able to draw as good as other people, should I not use the need to draw? Most people would argue no, which is fine. I am used to be on that bandwagon train, but kuna venye sometime back they think about it for a long time. I'm like, if a person is able to do the thing that is able to do, jaribu utilize his abilities, kupush out edge, unajua kupush out to agenda, get eyes on it, ndio enthusiast kama sisi tuweze kumpatia funding ya aweze kutengeneza the actual comic book. Sasa actual comic book yenyewe unataka kutuuzia ikitengenezwa na AI, that's where I have a problem. Sasa but if you're able to make a comic book and a story, comic book kutengeneza an AI story, sasa alafu utake kutuuzia, is where I draw the line. Utengeneza for free, for fun, tunai hop on, but the problem is getting copyright laws from anyone using AI work. Why are you getting copyright laws for the things that you use? Okay. You can. It's gonna be hard to get copyright laws. At the end of the day, kila mtu afanye anataka basi sasa. It's gonna be hard. Kama una mtu anatumia AI, anaweza sema hii just generated by AI, therefore it was nini. Hata kama ana use for the art, so mtu anaweza iba hapo hivyo because it's in the public domain. What about the person that is not able to have tools for drawing? What about the person that is not able to have tools for drawing? Nimerekodi video mara ngapi? I need to record the reaction of that vid. Tumalize story yako ya comic book na AI. Kama wewe ni mgeni hapa hivi, Impulse is somebody that we discovered with the Dreamer the other day. Impulse we discovered the other day. She or she. I mean, they made a really great video ilikuwa kali. So I'm gonna watch another one. It's called Conflicted Admiral. It's the Admiral gender.
Borsellino was born 58 years ago in the North Blue. We only have one picture of him as a
Why am I not hearing sound?
kid, but it tells us a decent amount. He's shown reading and studying and being happy while
Wait, I know you're hearing sound, but I'm not. Let me check something.
Bluetooth disconnected.
Connect to this.
Bluetooth connected.
Borsellino was born 58 years ago in the North Blue. We only have one picture of him as a kid, but it tells us a decent amount.
Kuna a lot of artists and Marvel funza watu on YouTube how to make comics and drawings, story composition, etc. At the end of the day, kama you're not able to learn for the love of the game, if you're not able to learn and be doing it for the love of the game, if you're expecting financial success, especially in the Kenyan market, hapo utakuwa tu umejidanganya. You have to be able to do it for the love of the game, then the money will follow later. As of right now, we're still building. I'm among the few people that tunataka push agenda ya the arts. Sasa tunapush agenda of the arts. So kama mtu anako willing kulearn on YouTube, aende learn on YouTube. But use of AI is not something that should be ignored. It will be nikisasa itabidi watu tuanze kuzoea tu kitu.
He's shown reading and studying and being happy while doing it, and as shown by him having a lamp next to him, he'd even study into the nighttime. We of course don't know what type of books he was interested in, but this gives us a small glimpse into his childhood that might become relevant in the future. Years later, when he was 26, he decided to join the Marines for an unknown reason. He was assigned to work under Dr. Vegapunk, the smartest man alive, and one day, when they were tasked with taking down some bears that were attacking a local village, they found that a young boy named Sentomaru had beaten the bears and demanded that Vegapunk hire him, and he obliged, asking him if he wanted to be his bodyguard. But Sentomaru was clueless about how to protect Vegapunk, so went to Borsalino and asked him to teach him. So, he took him on as his student. Around this time, he ate a devil fruit that turned his body into
So Borsalino trained Sentomaru? Wow. Some important lore.
the light itself. It was incredibly powerful, but Borsalino enjoyed using it for simpler things, like performing light shows for Vegapunk and Sentomaru, but eventually he had to leave those two. With Sentomaru fully trained up to protect Vegapunk, he didn't need to be there anymore, so returned to his other duties. After a few years, he rose to the rank of Vice Admiral, and one day he was informed of the rising power of the Sun Pirates, led by Fisher Tiger, and also that the fishman Arlong was causing problems as well. Soon after, the Marines ambushed Tiger and killed him, with Arlong attacking them in revenge immediately. Borsalino was there and easily took him down and brought him in for interrogation. With Borsalino performing his duties without any issues like this, he soon got promoted to the rank of Admiral and was given the name Kizaru, meaning Yellow Monkey, probably a play on his carefree and playful nature. Years passed, and his latest duty brought him back to his old friends. He was ordered to meet with Vegapunk and preside over the situation of Kuma in the world government. One of the 5 elders, Saint J. Garcia.
Wait. I don't think I have ever noticed the fact that the people that are admirals are given a full long title. In a jumping it over my head, in a pitanga tu inaenda. Why do they do that? Is that like a stripping of your identity and being given a new one because you are now the slave of the world government? Because there has to be a reason. Nothing is as usual or as normal. Because that the elders wanna refer to you according to your given admiral name, which is interesting. I don't think I've ever noticed that fact or thought about it for more than 2 seconds.
Saturn spoke to Kuma and Vegapunk through a transponder snail, and Kizaru's job was just to stand there while they negotiated. He intervened in the middle of the conversation, agreeing with the elder's suggestions, which pissed off Vegapunk. Earlier, he was already getting annoyed at Kizaru being there on government business, but Kizaru responded that he was just doing his job, and that was what everything boiled down to. For some unknown reason, his job was always his #1 priority, even if it came in between him and his friends, and he stood there, while Kuma agreed to sign over his entire life to the government, which upset Kizaru, but he couldn't bring himself to stand up to the government and their horrible ways. But as a consolation, Kuma accepted his fate happily, on the condition that they save his daughter's life, and they accepted. So Kizaru would spend the next 6 months with all of them, while Kuma's daughter Bonnie was cured of her illness, and they all enjoyed that time, eating and dancing together. But that would come to an end, and Kuma was turned into a shell of his former self. Kizaru once again left his friends and returned to his duties, when one day he was at Marine HQ with Fleet Admiral Sengoku, and they received a call about a young pirate named Monkey D. Luffy punching a celestial dragon. As per the protocol, if a celestial dragon was assaulted, it was required by law that an admiral take a fleet to kill whoever did it, and Kizaru volunteered, saying he wouldn't take long. He made quite the entrance, being shot into Sabayoni on a cannonball. He tried calling up Sentomaru, who was also on the island at the time, but it wasn't working. While he was trying, a pirate shot him.
That is an elite pull-up. That man was shot by a cannonball. He came in riding it for fun. You know, it's faster than the cannonball, but it's just farming aura for that point.
Right in the head, but because of his devil fruit, the bullet went right through him, and without a care in the world, he asked the same pirate if he knew where Sentomaru was, but they ran away screaming, so Kizaru nonchalantly lifted his leg up and shot a huge beam of light at them, completely destroying one of the gigantic trees on the island. His soldiers told him he went too far, and he casually agreed, then went back to his search for Sentomaru.
Wait, why was Sentomaru sent to Sabaody? He's not an admiral, he's as a part of the admiral fleet that Borsalino uses. I thought he was supposed to be protecting, but there are so many blanks that I'm drawing.
Asking another pirate, Captain Hawkins, he said he didn't know him, so Kizaru said if he couldn't find him, he'd have some time on his hands, and couldn't ignore the pirate with a huge bounty in front of him, and he decided to play around, showing this new rookie how things were at the highest level. He asked Hawkins if he'd ever been kicked at the speed of light, then demonstrated, but Hawkins used his devil fruit to transfer the damage to someone else, which confused Kizaru, but they are interrupted by one of Kuma's clones throwing another rookie at his feet. He wasn't surprised to see the pacifista, since he'd seen their production from the start, so instead turned his focus to the pirates. He kicked one through multiple buildings, then flashed light in Hawkins' eyes, mocking the pirates by calling them scary, then effortlessly beating them. He was about to finish Hawkins off, but was interrupted by another rookie, who used his fruit to cut Kizaru's body in half and cause it to explode. He thought he beat Kizaru, but his body easily reformed, and he said that surprised him. But then he used his fruit to instantly make his way over to the pirate and slam him through a building. He was just playing with all these rookies. He knew for a fact none of them had hockey, so he didn't even have to defend himself, so took this chance to toy with the pirates. But he was interrupted by a call. Sentomaru finally got through to him, and apparently Kizaru had been using the wrong snail before, which Sentomaru said he told him, but I guess bro was just chilling too hard to care. Sentomaru then said that they found all the culprits of the Celestial Dragon attack, Luffy, Captain Kidd, and Trafalgar Law, and he asked which one Kizaru would go after first, and he chose the Straw Hat Pirates, probably because they'd been making headlines recently for what they did at Enies lobby, and even though Kizaru was relaxed, he was very good at his job, and wanted to take out any potentially dangerous pirates as soon as possible, and Luffy was the main candidate. He confronted the crew soon after, and found that Sentomaru was already fighting them. He stood over Zoro, the vice captain, who was already gravely injured, and he was glad to take the chance to finish him while he was weak, since he knew the danger he would pose in the future. He charged up a powerful beam at the bottom of his foot, and raised it towards Zoro, but right when he was about to fire, his leg was kicked away by the former vice captain of the Roger Pirates, Silver's Rayleigh. Kizaru wasn't surprised to see him. He knew he was laying low on the island, but asked if that was the right time to come out of hiding, but Rayleigh just replied that it was a Straw Hat's era, and he wouldn't let him take them out when they weren't ready. This just confirmed Kizaru's hunch. Out of every crew on Sabayori, he chose to take this one seriously, and that intuition was proven right by one of the most legendary pirates alive personally protecting them. Kizaru's knowledge and intelligence isn't talked about enough, and I think the clues of him constantly studying in his childhood are shown here. We think of Akainu as the one who heavily researches pirates like Ace during the war, but it seems like Kizaru keeps up to date with everything as well. To do the best job he can with his position as admiral, Luffy screamed out to his crew that they weren't strong enough to defeat Sentomaru, the pacifista, and Kizaru, so he ordered them to run. Kizaru was impressed by the admission and knowing that Luffy was making his job harder. He tried to go after them, but was once again stopped by Rayleigh. He was using a sword, and Kizaru knew he had to get serious. If he was sliced in half this time, that would be the end. So he summoned a sword of his own out of light and clashed with Rayleigh. Just the sheer power of the former vice captain of the Roger Pirates caused Kizaru to get a cut on his face, which emphasized the situation he was in. After they fought for a while, the real Kuma appeared, and caused one of the Straw Hats to disappear. He continued doing the same to the other members, but stopped for a moment, and went over to Rayleigh in the middle of his fight with Kizaru. He whispered something to Rayleigh, and Kizaru demanded to know what he said, but he refused to tell him. He proceeded to make every other Straw Hat disappear, which confused Kizaru and everyone else that was there. But what Kizaru did know was that whatever he did would end up being a problem. Kizaru proceeded to clean up the rest of Sabayori, which was still in chaos, capturing 500 pirates, but still he'd failed his mission. He didn't capture Luffy, or even Law or Kid, so he had nothing to show for the furious celestial dragons, but there were even more pressing matters at hand, since a war was brewing. Portgas the Ace had been captured, and Whitebeard was expected to attack when Ace was brought in for execution, so Sengoku ordered anyone with even the slightest strength in the Marines to all gather in Marineford, of course including Kizaru. He sat there with his fellow Marines, waiting for the attack, and it soon came. Whitebeard arrived, and the war began. At first, all three admirals kept their position, but soon enough, Kizaru wanted to test his power against Whitebeard, and shot some beams at him, but they were all blocked by Whitebeard's 1st Division commander Marco. Kizaru noted the special nature of his fruit, and Marco charged him. Kizaru fired beams at him again, but he was able to absorb all of them and close the distance, throwing a kick at Kizaru, but he blocked it, saying it still hurt, but Marco called his bluff, and Kizaru blasted him away. Later on, Luffy arrived at the war, and Kizaru was surprised to see him again so soon, and asked Sengoku if they should execute Luffy and the other new arrivals, and he was granted permission. So when Luffy charged forward, Kizaru pointed a beam at him, saying he let him escape at Sabayori.
You had the boss just said, I need to dispatch you because it's just my job, I'm just doing my job.
The Celestial Dragons had been demanding his death, so that was a bonus of killing him right here, but as he fired, Luffy was launched out of the way by his ally Emporio Vankov, so he went on to fight some Whitebeard pirates instead. But when Luffy got too close to rescuing Ace, Kizaru said he needed to send him back to the starting line, so kicked him away, but he couldn't pursue him as he was charged by some Whitebeard pirates. He was able to get away from the action for just enough time to join the other admirals in stopping a gigantic attack from Whitebeard that threatened to destroy Navy HQ entirely. Later, Luffy once again made his way forward, and and this time confronted all 3 admirals. Kizaru just noted that he was pretty scary for a kid, though knowing him, this was probably sarcasm. Luffy was angry and stubbornly attacked all 3 of them, though he didn't have any success since all 3 of them were Logias. So Kizaru raised his leg and called Luffy slow, and shot him all the way back once again. Kizaru at this point was just having some fun with Luffy. He could have killed him multiple times if he chose, but he instead just shot him backwards to make his mission to rescue Ace harder. This is different from Sabaody, where Kizaru did want to kill Luffy and his crew. What changed was related to Kuma. Kizaru must have been curious about why Kuma chose to save Luffy. Since he knew everything about Kuma's past, he probably wanted to see why Kuma saved Luffy in particular, when he'd never done anything like that to disobey the Navy before then, so he was curious to find out the reason for that. His inquisitive and curious mind that he's had ever since his childhood is shown here, even if it's subtle, in contrast between someone like Akainu, who if he got the same chance as Kizaru did, definitely would have killed Luffy instead of just pushing him back. This is shown again when he walked over to Luffy and started giving him advice, saying that it would take more than just effort to save someone. Then he kicked the unconscious Luffy directly into Whitebeard's arms. He then went back to fighting other pirates, but soon after, Whitebeard's injuries and illness caught up to him.
Wait. Was that intentional? Alim kick towards Whitebeard, was that intentional? I mean, you guys can tell me, chat. It seems intentional to me though.
And he collapsed. Marco lunged in to protect him, but he wasn't defending himself, and Kizaru fired 2 beams right through his chest. But Marco started to regenerate, but Kizaru of course knew this, so coordinated with the Vice Admiral and had him put sea cuff stones on Marco to disable the use of his Devil Fruit, and Kizaru shot him through the chest again. He then went for Luffy again, since he was just about to rescue his brother, but was stopped by Whitebeard. He responded by shooting Whitebeard with a beam, then turned towards Luffy, who was just about to free Ace from his chains, but with perfect precision, shot right through the key. Apart from straight up killing him, Kizaru really did every single thing he could to prevent Luffy from rescuing Ace, which shows he will always prioritize his job, but he'll bend the rules as much as he can. So technically, he does his duty, but he'll leave enough room for his own interests and agendas too. And ultimately, the Navy won the war in the end, with Akainu killing Ace, but Luffy was still alive, and Trafalgar Law had come to rescue him. Kizaru saw this and said he'd get him back, since he was another one that got away from him on Sabaody. But when he was about to attack, a young marine yelled out above all the noise of the war, making Kizaru pause. He said that they had achieved their goal, and they should stop the war, but Akainu didn't like that and was about to kill him. But just then, the Emperor Red-Haired Shanks intervened. Kizaru went back to what he was doing and aimed a beam at Lost Submarine, but Shanks' vice captain Ben Beckman aimed his gun at him, and Kizaru put his hands up, sarcastically acting afraid. But he of course wasn't afraid, and when he got the chance, shot hundreds of beams at Lost Submarine, but they were narrowly able to escape. And as Kizaru said, if they were still alive after that, they'd have to give up, and just say they got lucky. But did they get lucky? Did Kizaru purposely miss the submarine to keep Luffy alive like he'd been doing the whole war? Or did he say, I'll try and hit it, and if fate is on Luffy's side, he'll live, and if not, I'll have finished my job.
Now that I think about it for a few seconds, Borsalino's definitely moving suspicious. He purposely missed it. That man has shot a key from I don't know how many distance, but he's missing a giant ship underwater. Nah. And you would assume that the admirals have at least the most basic types of haki to interact with other Logia. Ndio, at least the most two. Apart from what goes on? What's his face? The current fleet admiral peke yake ndo kona confirmed conqueror haki. Apart from I'm pretty sure he has observation. So missing is definitely suspicious.
Anyway, so it's all good. Either one of those options are possible, so you can decide for yourself. And that's where the war ended. 2 years passed and a lot happened. He was the only one of the original 3 admirals to remain, with Aokiji leaving the navy and Akainu being promoted to fleet admiral. So 2 new admirals, Green Bull and Fujitoro, were instated. Kizaru continued to follow his orders as per usual, when one day he was at Navy HQ with Akainu, and they got the news that Big Mom was headed to Wano to meet Kaido, and Kizaru immediately volunteered to fight them. But Akainu didn't let him, saying there was another unknown military force in Wano, so Kizaru stayed in HQ and just discussed recent events with Akainu, but he was desperate to get get involved with one of them, and he would get his chance, but in possibly one of the worst ways. He was told that his friend Vegapunk was researching the Void Sentry, a crime punishable by death, and he was ordered to go to Egghead with a fleet and make sure Vegapunk didn't leave alive. He was told that Vegapunk also allied with the Straw Hats, and he said he wouldn't let any of them escape easily. He went back into the ship and met with St. J. Garcia's Saturn, who had come along as well. He asked if he ever met Vegapunk, besides that call they had a few years before, and he said he did, a long time ago. Soon after, they arrived at Egghead, and Kizaru immediately fired at the defenses, and Sentomaru called him, angry that he did so. Kizaru told Sentomaru that his resistance to their attack wasn't making this easy for him, and asked him to surrender, but Sentomaru refused and said they'd be ready if he fired on them again, and Kizaru replied that he was absolutely terrified. Sentomaru continued, saying the defenses were based on Vegapunk's study of Kizaru's Devil Fruit, and now that things came full circle, he couldn't believe he was now there to kill Vegapunk, but Kizaru simply responded that it was his own choice to research the Void Sentry, and he couldn't save him from the consequences of that, and he was just a cog in the machine. He then changed
a cog in the machine excuse. I mean, if I had to kazi yangu bana. Mimi msinipige kelele, I'm just doing my job.
topic and said that everything they broke on the island would be a loss to the Navy, and assumed that the assassins they sent in earlier failed, and Sentomaru said they were stopped by the Straw Hats. The Straw Hats were there, thwarting their plans, making Kizaru's job harder. Yet again, their fate seemed to be crossed, but Kizaru had to deal with it, since he chose to let Luffy live all those times at Marineford. Later, Kizaru was talking to Saturn, and was asked if he could get into the laser defense system since he was made out of light, and he said he was sure he could, but he had to deal with Sentomaru first. Saturn told him to just fly past him, but interestingly, Kizaru said that would be an insult to Sentomaru. He put his life on the line, defying the world government and defending the island, so he insisted on taking him down himself. This was a form of respect, combined with Kizaru's unwavering commitment to his duties, and so he wasted no time and blasted himself right towards Sentomaru. He went in for a powerful kick, but it was blocked. He went in for another kick, then blasted light at Sentomaru, telling him to surrender, but he dodged, saying he gave his word to Luffy that he'd protect the island. Kizaru asked when he'd gotten close to a pirate like Luffy, but he simply said that he owed Vegapunk his life, and he would take any side that allowed him to escape. He swung at Kizaru, but he evaded everything, and reminisced on the first time him and Vegapunk found Sentomaru, and reminded him that he was the one that taught him. Sentomaru lunged at him again, but he blocked it, saying he wouldn't be able to get through his guard, and blasted him into the ground. He then turned his attention to the laser barrier, saying meeting the Straw Hats again would be nostalgic, and he flew up past the barrier. He then listed out all the things he had to make sure didn't get destroyed, saying he wished he could add his old friends to that list, but sadly, his duty would come first. In this situation, there was no wiggle room where his friends could be spared, and he solemnly said that Vegapunk's elimination was the top priority. He then spotted the Straw Hats trying to escape, and the captain himself came to confront Kizaru, kicking him. He blocked and called Luffy cheeky, but Luffy reminded him that they weren't the same as they were 2 years before. Luffy then transformed and started trading blows with Kizaru, and he was impressed, saying Luffy truly was the man who'd taken down Kaido, but asked why he would protect Vegapunk, but Luffy just replied asking why he wanted to kill Vegapunk. Kizaru flew up into the sky and replied that he didn't want to kill Vegapunk. He'd known him for a long time, but this was his duty, and he told Luffy to not get in the way, and he kicked him right into Vegapunk's robot, who was carrying the Straw Hats away, causing it to explode. He then went up to Bonnie, telling her she'd grown.
Wait. My agenda against the Admirals is being debunked as I watch this video. I'm so mad. What? He went away from the map, hit Luffy so hard, he went through, meaning observation and accuracy is still high. Inamaanisha he missed the submarine on purpose. Inamaanisha he's way stronger than he's leading on. Luffy's at the strength level that he can hang, but he's not the strength level that he can lose or win or lose. Is Luffy stronger than a first Yonko commander, or is he Yonko level? I am so confused. My power scaling is being challenged every video.
He told her he was on orders to kill Vegapunk and told her not to get in the way, but she replied that she was now after someone else and tried to attack him, but he easily dodged, and as he was about to hit her with a counterattack, he begged her not to make him kill more of his old friends than he needed to, and he fired his attack, but made sure that it wasn't strong enough to kill her, but just a warning. He then flew away and appeared right in front of Vegapunk. He told him to please understand that this mission wasn't easy for him, and he tried to make it quick, But Kizaru had more to worry about than his own personal feelings, as Luffy transformed into a giant version of himself and picked up Kizaru like he was a toy. This actually surprised the normally calm Kizaru, and he only got more confused as Luffy started spinning him around like a Beyblade, and all Kizaru could do was sarcastically ask him to be gentle with him, as Luffy threw him as far as he could. He was launched off the island, almost landing in the ocean, which would have been certain death, but Kizaru saved himself just in time, launching himself back towards the island, splitting himself into many parts. He then made a light sword and started swinging at Luffy. He tried to respond, but all the clones confused him, until a bunch of them lined up in a row and Luffy stomped them, convinced he got the real one too. But during this, Kizaru snuck away.
What am I talking about? This fight in the anime was going crazy, especially the animation of him being thrown and then coming back.
And confronted the other Straw Hats, picking up Usopp by the neck, but Kizaru was only interested in Vegapunk, who had taken the chance to escape. Kizaru spotted him and charged up a finger beam, but Luffy got in the way and swallowed it, absorbing all the damage. Kizaru started getting tired and said he had a job to do, and told Luffy he couldn't finish it if they just kept playing around. Then he shot himself away to get the Vegapunk, but Luffy followed close behind, but they were briefly distracted as Saturn summoned himself to the island. Kizaru continued and tried to fire on Vegapunk, but Luffy got ready to punch him, so he shot at him with a laser, which spun Luffy around, but he threw the punch and landed cleanly on Kizaru, sending him flying down, crashing into a building. Kizaru held his head, trying to recover from the attack, as Saturn said that he never failed to execute his orders like this before, and Kizaru apologized, saying he had no excuse, and he had to take some time to recover. As he lay there, he thought of his friends. He chose his job over his friends, but he even failed at that. He was at an all-time low. Everything went wrong. His friends would be killed, and he would gain nothing from it. He sat up, and he watched his Kuma punch Saturn, an unprecedented situation, one of the 5 elders being attacked, and he held his head, saying it was over. But then he stood up, resolving himself to see his duty out to the end. He wanted to put the Straw Hats to the test, to see how far they really grew since Sabayori, and he kicked Frankie back after he fired on Saturn. He then said that now that Kuma was there, it was time to put an end to things, and Vegapunk asked if he had no heart, but he clearly did, as he said he wished he brought some darker sunglasses, so they could hide all the emotions he was feeling in that moment. Saturn then said that him and Kizaru would stay on the island, while the rest of the fleet would fire at it, knowing they could survive. He planned to destroy Egghead entirely, and Kizaru agreed to the plan. This meant none of his friends would survive, but this was his mission, and he was in too deep now. He had made his choice, and he had to follow it to his conclusion. Vegapunk begged Kizaru not to destroy the island and all his research, but as Kizaru said, he was just a cog in the machine, and the choice wasn't up to him. He then went to attack a group of escaping Straw Hats, knocking them back down to prevent them from leaving the island. Saturn then finally had enough of Vegapunk and stabbed him right through the chest, then ordered Kizaru to kill everyone else, and he followed his orders, firing at Kuma. But still, having his memories with them intact, said he'd kill Kuma and Bonnie in one slash so they wouldn't have to suffer, but Luffy appeared and punched him down to the ground. He held his head again, not just because of the pain, but all the confliction going on in his mind. His duty was all he had left though, so he returned, and prepared to shoot Bonnie, closing his eyes, not wanting to see it, but his laser was kicked away by Sanji. He opened his eyes wide in shock, and Bonnie was taken away. He said that he was really in trouble now. He'd done nothing but fail this whole mission, and he said his only chance to be redeemed was to bring back the heads of both Luffy and Sanji. But Saturn appeared and started fighting Luffy for him, so he knew, even if it was the last thing he wanted to do, he had no choice but to go for Vegapunk. He kicked Sanji, who was carrying Vegapunk, then shot through him with a laser. He collapsed, and Kizaru just looked back at him, trying not to show any of the emotions he was feeling. Sanji picked him up again and started running, and as Kizaru went to intercept them, he was again grabbed by Luffy, who said he wouldn't let him escape. But Kizaru wouldn't go down that easily, and shot at him with beams from his eyes, but Luffy swung his arms back and clapped Kizaru and Saturn together, then started tossing them like pizza dough, and then threw them away like frisbees, with Kizaru crashing into a Navy ship. He was down for the 3rd time. The Marines on the ship asked if he was injured, and to let them treat him, but he just covered his eyes, and said that his wounds ran deep, and they just let him rest already, and that's where Kizaru's story ends for now. Let me just say that after laying all that out, this day has been horrible for Kizaru. He's really going through it, and I can't wait to see where he goes. He's one of the most interesting plotlines going right now, and it's been hard to focus on because we got the entire Kuma and Bonnie backstories in all the same chapters, so it's been hard to really look at what Kizaru's been going through. But let me know, where do you think he goes? Will he continue to not waver on his marine duties, choosing it over everything? Will he switch sides and help his friends? Some might think it's too late, but I personally think it never is too late, and that could be really interesting. Or is this last panel really the truth? Is Kizaru really just tired after all this and done with everything? I don't think so, but we'll have to see.
I think the part of the name is amesahau kusema. The fact that in the SBS that order dropped, in the SBS and your order drop, alisema is the one that gave Luffy food. So breadcrumbs. He order is definitely breadcrumbing us to a Vegapunk, not a Vegapunk. A Borsalino switch around. Sasa Borsalino switch around. A Kizaru. Borsalino sense how to pronounce, but a Kizaru. Clutchberg. Anyway, W stream. After debut. Damn, that's crazy. That's wild. It's wild. That was wild. Somebody liked my reel. Naona ameanza kudrop hints. Chat. Naona ameanza kudrop hints huyu. Nakonga close friends wa watu wengine yenye hadi sijai notice. Kanda virus cannot shrink your penis up to 3 inches. Wacheni mchezo. Chat, that was 2 hours, man. Kesho. I have a small agenda to do. Therefore, I'm gonna need y'all to allow me to hop off the stream and go and get some sleep. Doubles in the chat. Boom. Be out.
There guys, Travis does streaming on Twitch and on YouTube pia, na anafanyanga reactions za anime na za random videos, and he makes like really cool stuff. You should go check it out. Yeah.
Yo, Paul, you're winning this one.
There guys, Travis does streaming on Twitch and on YouTube pia, na anafanyanga reactions za anime na za random videos, and he makes like really cool stuff. You should go check it out. Yeah.